Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about, we've got the Three of Cups and the Fool. And the Three of Cups doesn't necessarily give me the best of vibes. I feel like we have somebody walking away from a group of friends. I see these people as no longer trustworthy is what we've got from the Fool. So they're ready to embark on a new adventure. They're ready to meet some new friends or let go of that community that has been a not so great influence or not so great environment, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And good morning to Peggy. Good morning, Rachel. How we doing? Awesome. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. I think I might add a little more information below in that description box because I know I get a couple questions on what those entail, but I like that, Peggy. Let's dive in. This is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? All right, so we've got number 25 and number 35, the ring and the anchor. So there's something that, it's weird. I'm seeing this in two different ways. So the ring can be a contract. It doesn't have to be a marriage, right? But obviously that's the first thing that we think of. This could be a contract that has kept somebody at like a certain location or dealing with this group of people that they don't feel is trustworthy. But there could also be a sense that someone sees the prospect or the promise of real stability with a relationship. So it could be we have, kind of diverging storylines. This could be about work or this could be about a relationship, or both of these things could apply to your situation. Somebody may feel like they need to, for example, quit a job before they can pursue a relationship or find a different job, I should probably say. That there's something that's kind of been holding them back. All right, this is the Morgan Greer. I'm good. It's cold though. It's supposed to get warmer after today, so I'm trying to focus on that. But yes, just cold. I kind of want to just like cuddle the candle right now. All right. Hello, Kay. Good morning. How are you doing? So we have the Magician in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. And the Two of Cups in the reverse. Well, I mean, I guess I see why you want to walk away. These are people who like to meddle in your business. These are people who don't like to fix their own problems, but like to talk about other people's problems. If you tell them a secret, they're going to tell people. Like, this is not friendship quality. This is like, quite obviously, right? That's why I chose the title that I did. This is, I know you're not really friends, so what am I really going to miss? Oh no. People are keeping my secrets. Whatever shall I do? So Two of Cups, I'm seeing as an end to friendships, not just one. But remember, this is a general reading, so apply it to your situation how it fits. So we've got the Eight of Cups and the Four of Wands. Five of Wands in the reverse. So whoever I'm reading for, you would be the Fool. Try not to take offense at that, because the real energy coming through for that card is that you are willing to take a risk. You are willing to follow a different path or go on an adventure because you acknowledge that what you are currently dealing with is not your thing. So don't take offense at that, okay? But we'll come up with a new name for you. With the Eight of Cups, you're walking away because you know there's something better out there for you. I've had real friends. You ain't it. So like, bye. With the Five of Wands in the reverse, you don't want to deal with people who are constantly looking for drama or creating that drama. I don't know, maybe they're bored, so they feel like they have to like make problems. There's better ways to handle that. So the Fool is walking away and choosing a new situation instead. Hello, Ruben. How's your day going? Oh, not for the dumb. I really hope that your day gets better. And for that matter, the week too. Welcome to the chat. So we've got Judgment in the reverse. I'm sorry, I chuckle because I always am proud of people who spell judgment correctly, and this deck gets it right. Just so you know, there's only one E. This one. I'm sorry. There's just certain things that really drive me crazy. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, I'm seeing that you dealt with a friend or a frenemy that stole from you. For others of you, I'm seeing that in poor judgment, they said something that they were supposed to keep a secret. But the Eight of Pentacles makes me feel like this has to do with your stability, because remember, we have this anchor over here. So if they are gossiping or if they are trying to send you negative energy, it feels like it's tied to keeping you stuck in a contract you don't want to be in, or keeping you in a group you don't want to participate with, because this could also be about collaboration, right? Like, nah, you're already in it. You have to stay. It's not an environment of independent thought. Four of Swords, Four of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Four of Wands. So the number 4 is probably important because we also had the Four of Pentacles come out. So therefore, we've got all of the fours, right? Except for the major arcana and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. I give up. You all feel like you can make decisions for me. You all feel like you can trap me. You all feel like you can take things from me or lie to me. But what if I just stopped playing the game? If you were playing Risk, I hope you know what that is. If you don't, you got to work on your nerdy. Let's say you're playing Risk. You go to the bathroom. You come back and everything's changed. Are you going to sit there and be like, oh, cool, I love playing with people that cheat and don't want to like actually win against me in a fair way? No, like me personally, I'd be like, oh, rad. You guys think it's a good idea to like mess with the game while I'm in the bathroom? That tells me that you are already expecting to lose. So I'm going to consider myself a winner and walk away. I'll go read a book and learn something. I suggest you do the same. This is somebody who's like, cool, so the game's not fair and I don't trust y'all. So what if I'm not here? I don't have to deal with your stuff, right? Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Jess. Hello, Star Angel. How are you? Hello, Grant. I hope you're having a good day. All right, this is the Marigold Tarot. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Deborah. How are we doing? So this is someone who's like, cool, well, I bet you didn't think that I would just like walk away, but now you can't trap me. What'd you think about that? Because see, the way I'm viewing this, Four of Swords, remember we had the Three of Cups at the beginning. It could very well be that there are three main people. We're going to come up with a better name for you, I promise. But right now you're the Fool. They're walking away from a group. It could be three specific people, but these are not people you would trust. Try not to get distracted by the butt, okay? I know. It's there. Well, it's really two of them. But this is like not a good vibe, right? I can't trust 3 people. 3 swords that are more prominent, and then there's 1 sword kind of behind the smoke in the background. The sword in the background is the Fool, the person who's like, I guess you all make decisions without me, or I guess you feel like you should lie to me, or, not take me seriously. So how about I stop taking you seriously entirely? I do kind of feel like it's a person who feels like it's me versus a group of people, me versus like 3 people. This is the situations deck. You really bringing up Fool's Rush in? Oh, that's such a good movie. It's so 90s too. Well, okay. Now we have the Twin Flame card. I hope you all are getting less shocked because this goes out all the time, at least lately. Look, there's a lot of energy that is shifting. There's a lot of things that are changing for people who are in the Twin Flame dynamic. I do feel like for many people, this is going to lead to maybe some emotions you don't necessarily understand where they're coming from. And that could be your twin flame's emotions, right? There is something that your twin flame is doing right now, or that you're doing, depending on where you fit in this story, that is cutting off people. Peace. I'm done. You're cool. I'm out. There might be one person they do like. What's up, William? Please tell me I have that right. I hope you're having a good day. This is someone who's saying, I don't want to deal with this. This is not my obligation. I thought it was. This is not my responsibility. Turns out I could just like not do that. And I could instead choose to deal with people who I find to be trustworthy and genuine. How about that? So yeah, they're cutting people off. They've been in denial about whether or not they could, should, or would walk away from these people. But the more information they get about these so-called friends, the more they realize that they have been looking the other way when red flags have been waving right in their face. Like, these are people who have not been honest. These are people who have potentially stolen or manipulated this person. I really don't want to call you the Fool because like you're smarter than these people, or you're about to outsmart them anyway. So we have nightlife, gamble, taking a risk, Vegas. You know what's interesting? Okay, so you commented about Fool's Rush In, and I'm pretty dang certain that that movie takes place in Vegas, at least partially. I think she's also in Mexico for some of it. But Vegas could be important for some of you. You planning on eloping? Yay, I'm glad. Hello, upper echelon. How are you doing? So there's somebody who has been dealing with immature people, probably living kind of, the high life, partying, maybe literally gambling. But these decisions, whatever they've been doing, have been encouraged by the Three of Cups, right? This community or these frenemies. And it has prevented someone from that growth or the Four of Wands, right? That next chapter. Sure, you're having a good time. That's great. But every good time comes to an end. And it's always important to have in mind, what's your next step? What do I want to achieve? Where am I headed? Am I doing the things that I need to get where I want to be in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years? This person, it's like it was frozen in time. I'm having a good time, so like, why should I change anything? But the divine feminine is in the reverse. And this could be a couple of different things. Number one, this person likely has emotional intimacy issues, or they struggle in terms of showing love or receiving love. They may have had issues in terms of family life when they were a child. They may have not had a childhood because this card is in the reverse. This could be somebody who has rejected their role as a parent, or this could be someone who is on bad terms with their parents or were. But this has made it difficult for them to choose this love connection that they do have. And I think the other reason the divine feminine is in the reverse is because they have chosen this community or this group of dishonest people over somebody that they could have loved, should have loved to do love, don't know how to love, can't really figure it out, right? They're a little lost on that. As a wizard? That's great. I want that to be my business card. Hello, Tamla. How are you doing? Oh, I missed James. Hello, James. How are you doing? So interestingly, we have the divine masculine coming out after the divine feminine was in the reverse. And we also have desire and magnetic. So even though there is a life of short-term gratification that has kept this person kind of like content or like tolerant, they're starting to realize that maybe these friends or people around them have purposefully kept them stagnant because, I don't know, are they making money off this person? If they're stealing from them, probably, right? There's something about trying to reinforce certain limitations with regards to relationships, trying to keep the focus on, more of like a party or a short-term situation, because everyone seems to know that there is some magnetism here that this divine masculine has towards a love interest. So it's like a game of keep away. All right, this is the Kipper. What else do we have? Deborah, if that's true, there's a decent chance the change card will come out, which is number 9. So we have number 29, imprisonment. Pathway, number 35 is in the reverse. Courthouse in the reverse. And false person. We have somebody preventing a decision from being made. Okay, I'm going to call you the divine masculine, but let's keep in mind we all have masculine and feminine within you, so this does not have to be somebody who's male. But we have the divine masculine is the Fool. This is somebody who's trying to figure out how to have more understanding of emotional intimacy, but they're walking away from these friends. They have felt imprisoned. Remember that 4 of Swords? They have felt like they were locked into a contract or that they couldn't get away from these friends. They owed something. There's some responsibility here. I have to follow through on my word. But it has blocked their path, something that they are supposed to do, that 4 of Wands, maybe like as serious as their actual purpose, because the people that are around them, they benefit in some way. So we have courthouse in the reverse and false person. Somebody within this group, this 3 of Cups, has made it so that the divine masculine cannot make that decision, cannot probably go towards that love interest, change their life. So we have mature woman in the reverse. And main female. So it feels to me like we have somebody trying to keep them distracted with side missions, one night stands. But, you know, that's not love. It's not. All right, this is the Egyptian tarot. I can't help but notice this is what the Egyptian tarot is sitting on. It's normally upright. I think it's because when I moved it the wrong way. But the first card that I had from the Morgan Greer was the Magician in the reverse. Three of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so I heard somebody say, I don't owe you shit. I do feel like there's going to be pressure or there's going to be a reaction of anger when someone realizes that the divine masculine Fool energy has decided, cool, I'm going to just like go do something different because I don't want to deal with you people. You haven't treated me fairly. You're hiding things from me. You're lying to me. So this is where I excuse myself from the table. I'm not going to invest any more in this. I work my butt off, you know, made this business work. I, you know, make this band function, whatever it is. Like, I do all the work and you don't. Or, you know, you just don't want me to leave. But I have a life to live. Six of Cups in the reverse. Empress in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. So if I have to choose between being stuck in a karmic kind of immature lifestyle or going for this love interest that you've tried to block me from, then I'm going to remove you as the block, or I'm going to find a different path. That Fool, after all, is willing to, you know, climb a mountain. Oh, there's no road? That's cool. I got my hiking boots and my trusty hound. This is someone who's saying, okay, I get it. You don't want me to do what I want to do, but that doesn't mean you're going to be able to actually stop me. But I'm not in denial anymore. I see what you're doing. Justice in the reverse, Six of Swords in the reverse. I really don't like this, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This is not for everyone, but for some of you, there are friends or coworkers or whatever that have continued to put forth alcohol or something like it in front of this person to keep them compliant, basically. Even if this person has tried to go to rehab or quit or change their lifestyle, there are people who reinforce that thing that they have been trying to change. And I gotta say, I got zero respect for anyone who doesn't respect someone's desire for sobriety. If someone chooses that path for themselves, you get out of the way. I get real opinionated about things like that. Somebody's trying to better their life. There's a protection that they encounter, okay? Because they're trying to do things the right way. And if you make that more difficult for them, it's not going to make your life easier. It's bad karma. So be good to people who are trying to better their lives. We've got the Two of Swords and the Ace of Swords. And this is somebody realizing I have to actually make a choice. I know the truth. I can't, you know, deny it anymore. I can't pretend anymore. So if this is what it is, then I have to choose that new thing. I have to pivot, you know. Maybe I'll get some grief. Maybe there'll be some angry people. Maybe my family will be mad at me or disown me, but I got to do what I got to do. I'm not going to be in denial anymore. Hello, Empress. How are you doing? I like it. You guys are making the live chat extra fun today. We've got the High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles. Finally, this person is listening to their intuition. They've been in denial. They've blocked it out. They've maybe been drinking, and that's going to complicate your intuition, right? So they may have had one opinion and fiercely believed it at midnight, and then you talk to them at 10 a.m. the next day, and that's not how they feel anymore. Hello, Corey. How are you doing? So, yes, it took a while. You may have lost patience if you are not the fool. You may have also lost patience if you are the fool. But this, I'm sorry, I'll try to call you the divine masculine. They're tuning in. They're listening to their intuition. They're no longer in denial that the friends or community that they have around them is holding them back. And it's not what they want anymore. This is the Meta Muse. Oh, we all have, Jamie. You gotta forgive yourself. I tell you all like the good stories. I mean, I'm not afraid to like embarrass myself and tell you guys the dumb stories, like me falling down the stairs and then falling again. But it's important to be able to forgive yourself when you have these lapses in judgment. Otherwise, you don't fully move on. When you get back on a bike after you've fallen, your posture is important. I'm not like a bike scientist, okay? Don't come after me. But like, if you get on that bike and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna fall again, you're gonna fall again. You gotta have a little bit of like, pump the chest up, right? Like, I got this. It's just a bike. I'm a human. I have like 4 whole brain cells. I can do this. Notice how I chose 4. This is someone saying, maybe I thought this was too difficult. Maybe I thought I needed to do things with other people in tandem, right? Well, I don't have a tandem bike. So maybe I should just do what I want to do. They're deciding I don't have to like answer to anybody. I can do what is right for me, and they can't make me feel guilty about it anymore. They've tried. They really have, and they've been successful in delaying me. But this person now impulsively is saying, I don't like this. I don't have to stay here. Go find someone else to be your little idiot. Nope. I'm done. So they're standing up in a way that I think is kind of shocking for this group because they've been pretty comfortable manipulating this person. But they've made their mind up. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Lovers. The Lovers can often be about soulmates, but this is about a decision. This is a major decision. They've made it. You cannot talk them out of this decision. I see you for who you are. I don't want to do anything else with you. World in the reverse. Ace of Wands. And plus, I got unfinished business with, I don't feel like I should say that. Okay, I'm gonna say it with a hot piece of A. We'll do it that way. I'm trying so hard to be nice because my mom's asked me to stop swearing as much. But this is somebody who's like not just thinking about you in those terms. They are very attracted to you. But this is someone who's like, why should I continue to choose dishonest people who I keep getting take from me instead of going and choosing the person who's been delightful? They think you're delightful. So we've got the King of Pentacles, the Prince of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Hanged Man. The Prince of Pentacles, by the way, is the Knight of Pentacles, and it's in the reverse. And I have to tell you, many times this card, because of the image, comes through for me as stubborn. But this is like a good kind of stubborn. Like, go ahead, try to talk me out of it. This will be good. You will get nowhere. They're not going to change their mind. It took them a while to change their perspective, because this person is not one to change their mind often. I'm not saying they're dumb. That's not at all what I'm saying. This divine masculine thinks about things very deeply, and then they make a decision, or then they have their perception, right? Can they be influenced? Yes, we all can to some extent, right? But this person has seen things. They are convinced it's not going to change. They know they need to do something different. So when they get to that point, it's like, good luck. It's like stubborn with a capital S. Like, I've made my mind up. I don't want to deal with you anymore. Empress in the reverse. Six of Wands in the reverse, and the Sun in the reverse. I know that you have manipulated me. I know that you have tried to make me do whatever it is that you want me to do. You've tried to keep me in the dark. You negotiated something without me, or you took something of mine. I'm done. You don't treat me like an independent person. You just like boss me around or tell me how high to jump. And guess what? I don't care anymore. I'm wearing heels and I don't want to jump. Okay. We're going to get a few from the Energy Oracle. What else do we have? Did I say hello to Kingly Eagle? Hello. How are we doing? Victory, number 28, goes to the Divine Masculine. It's clarifying the Divine Masculine. And we have the Magician in the Mirror. So someone who at one point didn't feel like they could do what they wanted to do is now feeling like they can do what they want. They feel more confident or courageous than they did in the past. I do feel like there's been a lot of protective energy sent to this divine masculine, likely by, if this is a twin flame situation, by their twin flame, but potentially also by ancestors or other people that care about them. There's been a lot of protection or protective energy, kind of combating this manipulative energy from the Three of Cups. But there's somebody who I think is quite advanced that could be the other side of this twin flames. So in other words, I feel like the Magician and the Healer, these are the twin flames. All right, let's get a few from the Untold Messages of the Heart. Hello, Miguel. How are you doing? Why? I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. Foolish. I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. This is because they were being manipulated or influenced, and also potentially because of a party lifestyle. Gentle, I'm staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. What will everyone else think? This has been a big part of their denial, why they were willing to kind of buy in on whatever the influence was trying to get them to believe. So let's hope this is what they're retiring. Rejection. I'm uneasy about myself. I don't know if I can truly make you happy. This isn't about you. I'm working through a personal issue. And in the very near future. So I do feel like you're going to get an update, or you're going to hear from this person directly, and they're going to tell you that they never meant to hurt you. Hurting you was never my intention, but now it's hurting me too. So they still have some insecurity, and this is tied to that divine feminine in the reverse. This issue in terms of emotional intimacy. It is an issue in terms of their self-esteem as well. But that's something that I think they're able to address, or they are starting to address. This rejection, they're in part uneasy about themselves because of these Three of Cups, right? Whoever the people were that they were dealing with, they liked to make this person doubt themselves. This is What's the News. We could see that stealing, or I'm trying to remember what it says on there. Dirty money, I think, is the card. Detectives snooping, digging for dirt and accusations. So this has elevated or escalated in part because the divine masculine has found information that makes it clear these friends are actually frenemies, right? For a while, there was some peace or harmony between these individuals. They really felt like they belonged with this group of people. They really felt like they could trust these individuals. But times they are changing. There's something that the Three of Cups wanted or wants from the divine masculine. So there's this pattern of influencing or kind of insulting to keep in line the divine masculine, and then love bombing them, like, oh, you're one of the crew, or you're my best friend, you're my brother, my sister, whatever. But it all boils down to greed. There's greed that is basically the gasoline for this vehicle continuing to move forward. The Three of Cups may as well be called greed number 1, greed number 2, and greed number 3. I said it. You can get mad if you want. Hello, Andy. How we doing? Oh, I like the emojis. What else do we have? Squad, reconciliation, soul tribe, and close friends. Fuego. So there's reconciliation on the horizon for the divine masculine. It is likely with somebody that they actually feel like they can trust. Notice that this is a pig and what, like a seagull? Not like the most predictable of friends. So you and your twin flame may be kind of like, people don't get it, you know, like, oh, okay. But there is intense chemistry or passion, and there's a desire to reconcile if possible. Spiritually woke, self-awareness, cutting through illusions, detaching from ego. This is the whole reason this reading is happening. This divine masculine has finally started to pay attention to their intuition. For many of you, this is because they are sober. For others of you, this is because they stopped lying to themselves about who they were dealing with, because for a long time, they just didn't want to deal with that truth, right? But now that they're detaching from that ego, now that they're being honest with themselves, they see what they really need to do. Lipstick evidence, infidelity, caught cheating, betrayal. I don't feel like this is, you know, a romantic cheating. I feel like this is a financial cheating. And the fact that the repo card comes out right after it, yeah. So there's somebody here who has been cooking books or lying about the deal or the contract, or saying one thing and doing another. And so there could be somebody here who is greedy or wanting to influence someone because they have defaulted on payments, or they're worried about whether or not they can actually make good on the money they need to make this year. So we have people that are greedy or selfish trying to influence a twin flame connection because they want money. Yay! What a kind of a lame reason there. All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. Did you guys hear my stomach just there? All right, what else do we have? I will eat breakfast after this, I promise. Hello, Rob. How are you doing? We've got number 15, which is the bear. Remember, I kept saying the word stubborn, right? This is somebody who's being stubborn, but in a good way, in a loyal way. So the dog came out as well. This is, I'm being stubborn because for once I'm going to be loyal to the person who is loyal to me. I'm not going to continue to go along with these people who don't care about me. So we have number 42, which is the compass, and number 27, the message. Figuring out how to message someone, getting your number, finding your address, whatever it is, right? Oh, look, I did find their email address, something along those lines. And then I feel like they're going to send you a big message. Or if they call you on the phone or talk to you in person, it's going to be one of those like, and then, you know, it's not just going to be like, hey, how are you? Did you eat any good cheese lately? They've got things they really feel like they need to tell you about what has happened or why things happened. So yeah, this is somebody who's going to, for many of you, show up in person because this is a conversation they may feel needs to happen in person, or maybe, you know, FaceTime. But they have good news, and that good news is that they see what you've tried to tell them. I do feel like you've warned them, or I do feel like you've known for a long time that these are influences that have blocked this person from you. So you're like, oh, yay, that thing I told you years ago, you finally believe me? They're going to apologize. They should have figured it out a little bit earlier. But the good thing is they did figure it out, okay? Let's get a few from the signs of the times. Divine guidance, number 33, stars, and number 12, peace and harmony. Remember, we had detective and harmony. So they've realized, they've been honest with themselves. I've been hanging out with people who just create a bunch of drama, or I can't rely on them. But you know what I do know? I know somebody that is genuine, somebody that is authentic and trustworthy. So they're being pulled towards this, probably this divine feminine, right? Because we had that magnetic card come out earlier. Number 21, recycle and recover. And number 16, the anchor. Remember we had the anchor at the very beginning? It also says stability on it. So if I have only drama and instability and lies when I'm dealing with this group of people who have told me how to see things or have provided advice or guidance on this twin flame connection, and I know I can't trust them, then maybe I need to think about whether or not the person I could trust all along is actually this twin flame person that I am probably not in contact with right now. So their idea is I need to change my perspective, acknowledge what reality is. These people cannot be trusted. I thought they were my friends, but they are not. They're greedy, or they're using me or lying to me in some way. And this person over here that they've blocked me from has probably been right about telling me that I couldn't trust them. But more importantly, they missed them, right? This divine masculine misses their twin flame. This is the Poe Tarot. Just to give you a heads up, I do not read them in the reverse. Hello, how's it going? Is it Mickey? I hope you're having a good day. So we've got Judgment, the Nine of Quills, which is the Nine of Swords, and the Hierophant. Okay, so what I saw in my head, have you all ever gone up one of those giant staircases so that you can go on like a whitewater rafting ride that's like, or like a giant slide, but you have to stand in those ridiculous lines going up the stairs, right? And then like the first time I did this, I got to the top of the stairs and I was like, what have I signed myself up for? Good God. I had such a great time chatting on the way up. I didn't really think about the fact that I was still climbing so high into the air, and now I'm scared. Granted, nowadays I'm gonna be less scared. I love that stuff. But the first time I did it, I was like, oh, I didn't recognize that I was this high up. Holy crap. This person is like, okay, so I made this decision. I started the process. I told my frenemies to pound sand. Now I have to go talk to my twin flame. Oh, God. They're nervous. They're scared, right? Because this was the right decision to make, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have the script for what they're supposed to say or do. There was a loud blast as of many trumpets. There was a harsh grating as of 1,000 thunders. Everything has changed because they told this Three of Cups, these frenemies, I'm done. I'm not going to associate with you all anymore. I'm not going to pretend you're my friend. It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. When I realized that I couldn't hang out with you anymore because I can't trust you, you're not my friends, I couldn't ignore it anymore. All I could think about was leaving, walking away, telling you goodbye or not, and going to live my life elsewhere, to live my life the way that I want. The Hierophant, Lord, help my poor soul. They do want a relationship, but more importantly, this has pushed them to identify what kind of life really makes them happy instead of just going along with what everybody else plans. Hello, Shaman. Shaman, how are you doing? Jemaju? I don't know how to say your name. JMA? Is it French? I hope you're having a good day. Tell me what you want me to call you. My name's Carmen. Nice to meet you. So this is, I think, also a reference to somebody saying, I have my own brain. I have my own perspective. I don't have to do everything you tell me to do. To be honest, it kind of feels like someone saying, you're not the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. I've made this decision. I'm going to go do what I want to do. Good morning, Stephen. How you doing? Oh, you're too nice to me, Deborah. This is the Tattoo Tarot. Let's get some encouragement or some advice. So I think our Divine Masculine is like 75% of the way towards this Four of Wands. And we want to give them that little nudge, right? So we've got Death and Strength. That is the weirdest reference, but okay. Please feel free to make fun of me. In fact, I will be disappointed if none of you make fun of me. But when I was teens, 20s, total obsession with vampires. I'm not going to say that I don't like that stuff anymore. It's just like I don't seek it out, right? So I read a bunch of vampire books, including the Twilight series, all 4 of the original in 9 days. I have a problem, I know, but it's okay. But one of the things that I remember about those vampire books was one of them, don't ask me which one, actually, it might have been Dracula, was very precise on when somebody dies and transitions into a vampire, they become more lovely, their bones become less brittle, their youth returns, the blush in their cheek, blah, 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 right? So we have somebody that has been in denial or fearful of ending something, ending a contract, ending a friendship, ending that community, right? Without realizing that they would become stronger when they let go of that Three of Cups. You are letting this Three of Cups siphon energy, or apparently money, off of you. And when you decide to tell them, hey, guess what? The keg's gone. No more beer for you. Bye. When you tell them to leave, your life gets easier. You have more stability. You have more clarity. There aren't people trying to convince you you need to do this or you should live like that. So we have somebody that for a long time viewed this ending as something that would be super detrimental, actual death, right? Like if we're talking about vampire. But then realizing, no, that's just transformation. That's not like the end. That's just me being able to say, I've put forth enough into this venture, or I have been a part of this group for long enough. I've been friends with you long enough. It's time for me to be my own person. It's time for me to make my own decisions, make my own plans. And even if it's a little bit scary, it's going to be okay because I'm an emperor. Does that count as not swearing? I think it does. Nine of Swords coming out again, by the way. We just had that from the Poe Tarot. So high five to you, Divine Masculine. We have the Emperor validating that you are the Divine Masculine. Sometimes the strength that we possess is hidden from us until we most need it. We go a little Harry Potter with it, right? You got the Patronus. Is that right? You guys, I don't know if I'm good enough Harry Potter fan to make that joke, but like this person has what they need to be able to make the changes that they want. What needed to change and what kind of like flipped the switch and now action can happen was their perception of what the consequences would be if they made that choice. So now that they've made it, it's like, okay, I guess like no looking back now. Ooh, yes. I definitely think Anne Rice would have talked about that as well. All right. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Did I miss somebody? I hope I said hello to all of you. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I sure do love you all. I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.